Hello everyone and welcome to my review of the main antagonist Ian. Now, Ian was the antagonist of Phoenix Drop High Season 2 and in Emerald Secret. In Phoenix Drop High Season 2, he transferred to the school from another because of all his expulsions and inappropriate behavior towards other students. He had falsely befriended Aphmau to try to become the new alpha under her wing, even taking advantage of her apology to him for misunderstanding werewolves' culture. His behavior got much more suspicious after Aphmau was trying to choose an alpha male, and his nasty side began to shine through with the backlash of the harassment of Daniel, Aaron, and all the other werewolves, besides Drax and Ryder, who were most likely used for his plots. Later on, Aaron and Ian had their clash from Blaze's setup to stop him from participating in the obstacle course because they knew that Drax and Ryder would trip Blaze and Aphmau up so he'd win by unfair advantages. And in the end, Ian was beat up by Aaron and Daniel took the position for alpha male. Now, strictly speaking, personality-wise, he's an absolute ignorant, careless, heartless, one-upmanship, iron fist, and multiple manipulator, and a self-centered boy. Honestly, we never really learned what drove him to start hating Aphmau or control everyone around him, but we do know that he used the excuse of what happened in high school for all the events in Emerald Secret. Still, Ian was fucked up in Phoenix Drop High Season 2, but it gets so much worse in Emerald Secret. His more real colors began to show. Sadly, he's not an idiot. He knows exactly what Aphmau's friends' weaknesses are and how to control them in every aspect of the word. With forever potions making Aaron's worst nightmare come to life, it's no wonder he's so emotionally damaged and quick to jump to conclusions, because in that time where he was needed, he had no time to think and just assumes, hey, if I don't do something now, something bad could happen to Aphmau or everyone else, and left, really, an unhealable scar to his personality and decision making, plus most likely giving him PTSD and hallucinations. Now, while Ian is extremely smart and engaged in manipulative activities that he almost seems to know to heart, his actions are sometimes still run by pure heart and not brains. For example, let's look at the ending of Emerald Secret where he states, I want you, Aaron, to make Aphmau a werewolf. And the reason why he needs him to do it is because he's an Ultima by whomever he stares at into the eyes of while his eyes are red will painfully start becoming a werewolf, or by a simple bite the same properties will happen as well. But with a simple no from him, it resulted in Ian demanding Aphmau to kill him. Which makes no sense! Even to this day, I can't seem to figure out why he did that, when he knows better. Like I said, emotional run at that moment, not logically. Also, in Phoenix Drop High Season 2, he was emotionally run when he was engaged in the fight with Aaron. He got distracted by the taunting of him, almost missing the trial for becoming alpha male. Now, speaking in regards of Emerald Secret, there was a lot of usage happening between people, like the Snake-Eyed Man using Ian, Ian using Titania, Ian using ZaNe, and ZaNe using Garth, Ian using Lucinda. All of their components stacking on each other made almost the most nightmarish dream he could conjure up. Also, if I must remind you, Ian is doing all of this because Aphmau belongs to me, not Aaron. That's the quote that's spinning around in his head when destroying the lives around him. We still don't understand why he would go to such extreme lengths for Aphmau. There are so many ingredients that were missing in this potion for any of this to make the tish bit of sense. The only fucking conclusion we can draw at the end of our chalkboards is Ian's actually insane. He's off the chain. He's a shell of a formal actual human being who cared about someone. The same conclusion could also be drawn for ZaNe, but at least he's got the somewhat logical reason of, I want power to control the lens with an iron fist, which in reality is a much better reasoning for a villain than, I want the girl. It's kinda like Ian's reasoning is the building block to, I want power. The villain steals your girl and uses the emotional advantage to fight the protagonist and hopefully gain his power to control everyone. I know people have said the iconic lines to Jason, Ian's a better villain than ZaNe, which honestly, I'm not biased on. They're both shitheads and pathetic excuses for human beings, but if we're running on how bad they both are, ZaNe's reasoning makes sense and is still absolutely ignorant and insane to kill people to get what he wants without a care, while Ian's reasoning is questionable and unpromising, but he's not quite as insane as ZaNe. I'd say Ian's a little more logical than ZaNe because ZaNe simply kills people because, and I state, they're as useful to me alive as they are dead, while Ian thinks the exact opposite way that if I keep all of her friends alive, they'll come to me like kitties to an ice cream truck on Saturday. In conclusion, Ian's motives are emotionally run, and he's a little more logical than ZaNe, but less insane than ZaNe. And in the end, I can wholeheartedly agree that Ian is not a better villain than ZaNe, and I understand why people say Ian is a better villain is better than ZaNe. because Ian had a much more impactful punch to characters than ZaNe did in Minecraft Diaries. Like, look at this moment in Emerald Secret of Aphmau upset. He isn't breathing! He isn't breathing! Aaron!
Put pressure on him!
No! Don't touch him! How could you? How could you let me hurt him? He let me? How? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now look at this moment where Aaron died in MCD because of ZaNe.
I'm sorry.
You can tell there's obvious improvement in the voice acting, that the more you watch, the more genuinely upset she sounds. And like in MCD, the build up to his death is quick and does make you upset, but nothing compared like the way Emerald Secret did with the multiple people being controlled and more personal dialogue. In MCD, Aaron was still a huge mystery, therefore we cannot relate to him as much as we can in Emerald Secret. So, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll check it out. Bye!